They said no one survived the gauntlet of attrition. The galaxy's deadliest survival test, a labyrinth of venomous flora, gravity wells, lava storms, and apex predators genetically engineered to kill, had claimed champions from 12 star systems. No one lasted more than 10 minutes. So when a team of 5 humans, mistakenly enrolled, entered the gauntlet with casual smirks and backpacks full of trail mix, the universe leaned forward. "Why are they smiling?" whispered Commander Velar YX from the viewing deck. "They think this is a game," another gasped. Inside, Corporal Jenna Reyes kicked open the trapdoor that would have vaporized her legs and said, "Oh wow, nice try. I've seen worse in Chicago traffic." 10 minutes in. Still alive. Laughing. One was filming. 15 minutes in. They'd repurposed alien trap parts into a coffee brewer. By 20, they'd named the apex predator Gary and were feeding it jerky. "You're doing great, Gary. Who's a good intergalactic murder beast?" Laughed Frank, rubbing its armored head. Galactic officials watched in horror. The Krathal, who had spent centuries designing the test, were fuming. "This is sacrilege," their architect hissed. "They're enjoying it. We built this to kill legends," another murmured. "They're making a camping vlog." Reyes glanced at the camera. "They said this test breaks minds. Guess what humans don't break? We improvise." The humans scaled the razor vine cliffs without gear. "Is it weird I'm kinda enjoying this?" said Lewis, biting into a glowing fruit. "That's toxic," an alien translator shouted. Lewis shrugged. "Tastes like mango. I'll live." The alien stared slack-jawed. "That fruit had liquefied a Gorgle beast last season." "Let me get this straight," muttered Velar YX. "They've passed 4 kill zones, converted a murderbot into a coffee machine, and adopted the apex predator as a pet?" "Correct," replied a stunned analyst. "And what are they doing now?" "Playing hide and seek with the auto turrets." By hour 2, the humans had disabled most of the traps, not to survive, but because they were annoying the vibe. "I respect the effort," Jenna quipped, disarming a neural pulse mine. "But whoever designed this seriously overthinks pain." Frank snapped a selfie in front of a laser guillotine. #Monday Moods. "We've had harder weekends at Burning Man," muttered Sam, climbing out of a spiked pit like it was a jungle gym. One alien judge leaned over. "Do all humans behave this way?" Velar YX swallowed hard. "Apparently yes. And Earth is classified as a death world." "Correction," Reyes said aloud, catching a drone camera. "We're the death world. Capital D. We don't fear survival. We train in it." At the final level, they faced the Mind Scourge, a device meant to tear memories from consciousness. It sparked once, then shorted out. Jenna stared at the twitching core. "You guys didn't account for caffeine in the bloodstream, did you?" "System overload," blinked the alien tech assistant. Frank tapped the wreckage. "Oops. Guess you underestimated the power of cold brew and childhood trauma." "We were supposed to break them," whispered a Krathal engineer. "They laughed their way through," another added. By the time they reached the exit, Reyes held a stack of salvage tech under one arm and a yawning Gary under the other. "You survived the gauntlet," announced the automated system, voice trembling. "Welcome to the Hall of the Fallen." "We didn't fall," Reyes said. "We conquered." The doors slid open. A crowd of over 100 alien dignitaries stood in silence. Not a cheer, not a breath. Frank broke the tension. "Is this the part where you give us medals or ask us to leave forever?" Velar YX finally spoke. "You humans, you're insane." "Yeah," Jenna smirked. "But it's functional insanity." A young alien in turn asked, "What kept you going in there?" "Teamwork," Reyes replied. "And spite. Lots of spite. We fought war. We survived pandemics. We built homes on fault lines and partied through storms. You think this scared us?" The Krathal High Commander stepped forward, trembling. "The test was never meant for species like yours." "That's your mistake," Sam said. "You don't build cages for predators and expect them to stay inside. You should have studied Earth harder," Frank grinned. "We grew up on challenges. You gave us a jungle? We built trails. You gave us fire? We made Esmores," Reyes added. The aliens exchanged terrified glances. Gary the apex predator curled beside Reyes's leg, snoring. "You made friends with that?" someone gasped. "It just needed respect," Reyes said. "Same as any beast." A silence settled. Velar YX looked around and sighed. "Terminate the gauntlet. We've learned what we needed to." "And what's that?" Reyes asked. Velar YX replied quietly, "Don't challenge Deathworlders. They'll survive and make you feel stupid doing it." Reyes offered a small smile. "Took you long enough?" As the humans walked off into the corridor, Lewis turned and waved. "Next time, try harder. Or don't." The transmission ended. The council convened a meeting the next day. Earth was reclassified from primitive aggressor to avoid at all costs. The gauntlet of attrition was shut down permanently. Gary was granted honorary galactic citizenship. And somewhere in an alien bar on the fringe of the Orion arm, a bartender tells the tale. They laugh through it, mate. Every trap, every horror. They called it recess. The patron leans in. Who? The bartender's eyes darken. Humans.